So this is a story of Kiki Bakare happens to be an active and his family. He was actually on his way to work at the same time, probably heading same way with the child, and he happens to want to drop the child by the school, but he unfortunately happened and his car broke down, and all of a sudden he has to look for someone to because he was trying to do it himself. The child also tried as much to make an attempt for the vehicle to work, but they couldn't, sort it out. Then a man passed by, like was to be a mechanic in his uniform. Then someone on the beckoned on him to, help them and assist them with anything he could, and he did that. So they left him there doing it, and they went into the store to, get some things shop for the little girl, and she wants ice cream and all sorts of nuts. She wants everything, and the boy. They went outside. Before they came outside, the mechanic was done with the fault, and it was time for them to leave. So they had to give him some thank you money, and he offered the mechanic 3,000 naira, and the mechanic actually rejected his complaint that he has specific money he wants to collect, which is 100,000 naira. After that day, and he woke up and realized all was a dream. So he went on with his day. Then he went to work and you know carried on with his duties and everything he had to do. Then all of a sudden comes this mechanic at his workplace, and the man came. They talked for a while, and he actually requested for the same amount of money, same person, same mechanic man, but it was not on uniform this time around. That's went by. Then he went home. He went home. Then he told his wife about it. He told his wife about it. That's the right thing to do. The wife, seemed not accepting the story because she doesn't think it's very hard to believe, but he insisted that it is the way it is. Then this man also came to his house to visit him. The gate man wasn't letting him in because he doesn't know him. But yeah, this mechanic acted so familiar and all. Then gate man had to go in to go and tell his boss about someone looking for him, and his mom told him the kind of described person. Then the guy was so surprised that he came looking for him at home because he was just explaining the story down to his wife. Then they went outside to see who was at the gate, and you know he was no longer there. He has entered the house by himself, even though the gate was being locked. Then he said he had his own spare key and he had to enter inside, and you know that went like that. They've been curious and furious about everything and what was going on. So they had to seek a pastor to reveal what was next. And this man was being camped in their house by these couples. They camped him in their house, and he was eating, enjoying, and requesting for a lot of things that was beyond what he himself could afford. He started living at large, and all of a sudden he started bringing in guests up to the extent where he brings his guests into the living room. He brings his guests into the living room. He lives beyond the thing they ought to the limits they gave him. He keep requesting for a lot of things. He chose at the first place. There was a day, occasion where he brought a lady that happens to be the stupid name, or the lady is actually waiting for a large benefit. She, expects, he promised the lady that there's something which coming, which is actually 4 million euros. So she's actually there because of possibility that pay him 4 million one day. So a day came by where this lady and you know this guy's wife was talking, and they talk about a lot of things down to what she could offer her, and expectation, and she said that there's nothing her boyfriend can do for her up to the extent of the percentage is going to give inside the 4 billion naira. Then this lady revealed to this the wife in the house revealed to this young lady that is dating this mechanic that the money involved is actually 100,000 and not 4 million, and she was shocked and surprised that it's different from what she was being promised and the reason why she still held in on. So the mechanic was not around when this whole thing happened. Now the wife's sister came by, came around. She's back from travel. She is now there to live with them. Everybody is in panic in favor of her, like they're panicking in mercy of this mechanic. Besides this new lady that came by, the mechanic walks in and he continued the act of being the boss of the house, and all of a sudden he has the altercation with this lady's sister, and he resulted into fight. But before then, he threatened that, but the lady requested that this mechanic get sacked from the house and get ejected because I think he wasn't paid to he wasn't paid and he has duties, and it's time for him to leave because he's now disrespectful to their own family which pays him. But he feels it's beyond being sacked. So all what the lady was saying wasn't getting to him. He continued arguing up to the extent where the lady raised her shoe and wants to eat him. The normal way of eating the is probably the lady eats him with the shoe, and it becomes a case where it becomes a case, but they ended it without the shoe eating him. Now, what's the connection between this man and the mechanic, and why threatens and they are not still giving him the 100,000 in it? At least the money they've spent over the time he has stayed with them will be more than 100,000, but they don't wish to give him the 100,000 for camping with him and still held him and complain like they don't really know what to do. If it's the money he's requesting, there is possibility that they give him and he come wanting for more other than the 100,000, and he keeps threatening them. But right now that